So we've got our flame going under some olive oil in our mini wok here. And we're going to add, so we don't make any splash, we're going to add some of the onions right now. I've chopped up these onions. And you can put as much as you want. I have about a cup and a half of onions here, spring onions. And as you can see, we put them in and the oil is just beginning to sizzle right now. I want to make sure that that's not too hot. That's great. I have pre-seasoned my shrimp, but right now I see my water right here is boiling. So I'm going to add my pasta. And one of the reasons why it's called Rasta pasta is because of these curly cube pasta, which is like a tagliatelle. And this is a whole wheat tagliatelle. So we're just going to add this to my boiling water. There we go. My boiling water, I have a big pot of water. I've added a ton of salt. You can put as much salt as you want in the water. It'll be fine. And then we'll wait and bring that to a boil again. And while that's boiling, we are sauteing these onions here. Comes up to a slow saute, and I would like to add my orange peppers. And then red peppers. And I've chopped them up pretty big. I've sliced them pretty big because I want them to retain the flavor, so you'll have a little bit of crunch when you have this pasta dish. I've added the remaining peppers. Now, if you find that you need more olive oil, which I feel that I do, I'm going to just add some more oil to the pan right now. And I like to use extra olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And this is the local brand Waitrose here. Love that store. And this is a very light olive oil, so it won't burden any of the spices. As a matter of fact, it will allow the flavors for the spices to come through. Let me put some more heat on that. There we go, since we have so much more vegetables in the pan. And as I started to say, I've already seasoned my shrimp that I'm going to be using for this dish. There we go. And I took it out there for the refrigerator before I started taping this because I wanted to bring it to room temperature. And there you go. Now, normally I would use some prawns that are much larger than this. However, I have found cooking in the UK, I haven't been able to find prawns that are larger without the heads on it. And this dish doesn't quite do well with the head-on shrimp. Alrighty. Ooh, that's beginning to smell really good. Let me add a little bit more heat on there. There we go. And every now and then you may get a shot of my beautiful slippers because in this house we do not wear shoes. We just wear house slippers. Nice. Now I'm adding some sliced garlic, and that would be about 3 large cloves of garlic I put in there. Now this will serve for a very nice dinner this evening. There we go. Now once this is all nice and sauteed up, oh, let me check. There we go, pasta getting ready to boil over. Okay, we caught you just in time. There we go. Let me turn the flame for the pasta down just a tad. There we go. I may have even turned it off. Let's see, let's go. Once again, here we go. All righty. Regulating heat, there. Okay. I wish you could smell these flavors right now. They're absolutely smelling fantastic. So, let's see, maybe I need to turn it down a little bit more, yeah? Here we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Now there's some alternative things that you can do. You can grill your shrimp. You can saute the shrimp separately, or you can actually make the shrimp in the sauce itself. Today we're gonna make the shrimp in the sauce itself. But first we're gonna have to make our Rasta sauce. Yes, we do. Oh gosh, loving the smell. Yes. There we go. Now I'm going to now add some tomatoes. Now these tomatoes are actually canned, diced tomatoes. Again, this is about a 12-ounce can, and I'm adding about 3/4 of it, and watching the drips, There we go. Now to this, once this is nice and all in, I am going to be adding actually some cream. You could also add coconut cream, which gives it a really nice, robust flavor. But heavy cream works just as well. There we go. Can you see that? Look at that. Look at the colors. They're still nice and bright. And the vegetables are still nice and crunchy. Yes. There we are. Okay. All right. Now, as that cooks down, I'm going to go and get the cream from the refrigerator. So, if you'd like to take a nice look at that. All right. Let me get the cream from the refrigerator over here. There we are. Okay. I'm going to check on my pasta again, and I think it's doing fine. Yeah. Get some more heat under that pasta. There we go. Nice, very nice. Okay, so with this, I'm going to turn this heat down because I do not want my cream to separate once I add it. There we go. I think that should be fine. That's good and low. So before I add the cream, I'm going to add some of my own little seasonings here. I'm going to put just a little shake of cumin. And this is cumin, ground cumin. And I'm just going to add a little touch of cumin. Here we go. Come on. There we are. There we go. That will be about a teaspoon of cumin. add a little bit of parsley. If you have cilantro, I would also use cilantro in this dish. And of course, the seasoning that we use in all Caribbean dishes, and that would be thyme, definitely thyme. There we go. And since you are not shaking the way I would like you to shake, let's see if I can take off the lid. There we go. And add thyme. There we go. That's it. Now, I here would like to try to taste this a little and see what I need to add. I don't want to put in any salt right now in here because I have already, as I said, I've seasoned up my shrimp, and that season, which is the Jamaican spice, which is the jerk, has quite a bit of, oh, yes, has some salt in there already. So I just want to wait, and before I put any more salt in, to add my shrimp into my sauce, and then I will add salt to taste. But what I do need to put in is some ground black pepper. That's what we need. There we go. And along with the black pepper, we will add some hot chili pepper. I normally would love to add here some habanero hot sauce or hot peppers. If we've got the whole habanero peppers, we'd put in, I would say, in about a half of the habanero pepper. It's very flavorful and hot. Yes, coming along nicely. Just a few more minutes and that'll be nice and al dente. So let me add some cream to this. Let me get a spoon. Slowly add, ooh. There we are. Okay. Let me clean this up. Go. So my flame is nice and low so that it does not separate. There we go. Slowly blend that in. And what I found that my lovely sister-in-law had, her name is Anne, and what she had that I am going to add to this is this wonderful jerk seasoning that I can only find here. And every time I'm here, I bring some home with me because it's a great flavor. Easy, I don't have to mix my own jerk seasoning, and I just sprinkle some in there. Again, that will have some salt in it as well. This on a low, very, very low flame. Yes. Ooh, nice. Very nice. And to this, I add the shrimp. There we are. So, there you go. So the shrimp that we have here. I have about 2 pounds of prawns, or just a little over that is what I'm adding here. Let's see, let me add some more shrimp. This family likes a lot of seafood. There we go. That's it. Now, if you need more sauce, we can always add more tomatoes in there, and we can also add some vegetable broth. Which, the other thing I like to do to thicken it up is actually use some of the water off of the pasta. There we go. I think our pasta is ready now. We're good and done here. Here we are. All coming together. Let this simmer. Shrimp will take just a few more minutes. I'm gonna go and strain this pasta. And then the little bit of water that I will get off the pasta will be just enough to give me some liquid. Let's see, let me get here. Look at that. What do you think, Christine?
Looking good.
Excellent. Give this a little more heat. There you go. And I am going to right now get the Parmesan cheese from the refrigerator and add just a little bit more tomato to make more pasta sauce. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna add some butter too, because I just love butter in everything. Okay, let's look at this here. Nice and bubbly. It's gonna cook, yep. Just need to give it a little bit more heat. Look at that color. Isn't that beautiful? Getting some pink coming into the shrimp now. There we go. And that will take just a few minutes. I'm gonna try it. Oh, so perfect. There we go. So we have our shrimp just marinated in its sauce, cooking up, bubbling up nicely. We have our pasta very well salted. So we're gonna pour our pasta back into the pasta pan. Because our pan is hot, so we want to keep the pasta hot. There we go. So while this is cooking down, let me tell you about a drink that would go really well with this. So I like to make it's a fruity drink, but if you like a little bit of alcohol like I do, I found a nice drink that I was in, where were we? In Portugal. We were in Portugal on the Douro River, and we were introduced to a lovely drink, and that drink was Porto and tonic. Strangely enough, I never thought of mixing Porto wine, port wine, I'm sorry, from Porto, port wine, mixing it with with tonic water, and it's called port tonic, and it's absolutely delicious. So if you ever get a chance, I would say go out, grab yourself a bottle of port, mix it with some tonic water, with some ice cubes, I would add a sprig of mint in there, and you got yourself a delicious, refreshing drink. And it'll be nice and light enough to go with seafood, such as this. So while our shrimp is getting, ooh, look at that color. That's nice and pink right there. So, because remember, with shrimp, it cooks pretty fast. So sometimes when it's very, very pink, that means it's already overcooked. So not that you want it very translucent, but you want it very light pink. Because the minute it starts turning pink, you've got a nice juicy shrimp, especially when they're small. When they're smaller, you really want to cook them just before you think it's finished. So by the time you add your pasta to it, your pasta is hot, it will continue to cook because the heat will still be in. There we go, yes. The heat will still be in the dish, yeah. I think the family will be very pleased tonight with this dish. 1 second. There we go. Okay, so, yeah. So what I just did was I just added a little bit of that pasta water that I was talking about to give it a little thickness, and that will add a little bit of salt as well. So we're almost there. And here I put a little bit more cream because it's already cooked through. There we go. It's coming together quite lovely. Yes, that shrimp is just about ready to come off the heat. And the vegetables are nice and tender. And the flavor, wow, that's nice. Very nice. Ooh. And I can taste the backbone of that lovely jerk spice seasoning. So I will take this off now because I don't want the shrimp to get, too overcooked. So come take a look. Take a close look. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, that nice creamy sauce with garlic. We got thyme. We got cumin in here. We have bell peppers, we got red, yellow, green, orange even, and now we have our pasta. So we're going to add this together. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some pasta, some of my sauce into the pasta. There we go. Ooh, I made a mess there. There we go. Gotta clean that up. Okay. Sorry about that. A little oopsie right there. And so I'm just gonna stir this into the pasta. And then I will add the Parmesan cheese. Here we go. Yeah, we'll blend it in. There we go. I will add a little bit more of this. Can you see this? Does that look delicious or what? I think so. I really do. Yummy. There we go. All the vegetables, all the pasta. Bring it over here. Add it to our bowl here. Here we go. So what do you think? What do you think? You think you can make this at home? I think so. And I think it'll be a lovely dish that your family, your whole family can enjoy. And nutritious as well, because we've got all these lovely vegetables in here. Now, if you are vegan or you don't eat seafood, you can also do this with chicken. You can do this with, there we go, that's great. You can do this with chicken. You can actually use cauliflower in here. I've done that with cauliflower and it's absolutely delicious. There we go. Top it with some sliced green onions. And then you can sprinkle with Parmesan cheese or not, but here you go. Absolutely lovely. Some Rasta pasta for you. Bon appetit.